Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to play Kassadin in the mid lane. We're going to be watching this guy, and believe it or not guys, this guy is one of the most interesting Kassadin players you will ever see. This guy is currently about a couple wins away from Challenger right now. He has an incredible 71% win rate, amazing stats with Kassadin as well, and the most interesting part, he plays Kassadin tank. Yes, he plays Kassadin like a tank. Builds tanky items. We rarely ever see this. So, today, I'm going to teach you guys how to play Kassadin. We're going to be watching this guy. We're going to see how this guy plays the game and learn a lot from this guy. Anyways, quickly going over the wounds that this guy is using. This guy is taking Conqueror with Presence of Mind, Tenacity, Last Stand, with Sudden Impacts, Ultimate Hunter, 2 points into AP, and 1 point into Magic Resist. Now, this guy actually thought he was playing against Akali, so this is why he's got Magic Resist instead of Armor against Vayne. I think they lane swapped. He also takes Barrier and Flash pretty much every game. And his starter item is obviously going to be a Dorn Shield, because if you're in a bad matchup such as Kassadin into Vayne, like any champion which is ranged and does 80 damage is considered to be a really hard counter for Kassadin, and this is where you will need to have a Dorn Shield. Dorn Shield's going to tank up everything. Now, in the early game with Kassadin, especially in a matchup like this one, you want to focus on setting up the lane for ganks as much as possible. There's absolutely no way that Kassadin is ever going to beat Vayne in the pre-6. There's no way. You're going to have to play as safe as possible and simply focus on setting up lane for ganks. Now you can see it right here. Kassadin is playing really safe. Hecarim and both Hecarim and Jax are coming in for a gank. This was extremely well played by both Kassadin and the entire team. Like, Kassadin allows Vayne to push in very hard, so Vayne becomes extremely vulnerable to ganks. This is why it succeeds so well. Anyways, this Kassadin, also believe it or not guys, this guy is maxing his E first, then he maxes out his W as second, and then he maxes out his Q as last. I've never really, you rarely ever see people having this kind of a skill path, so very interesting. Can't wait to see like how this is going to go. Anyways, he's going to have to play as safe as he possibly can. Kassadin absolutely can't do anything against this Vayne player. Vayne could literally walk in and drop autos right away, except Vayne can't do that because Hecarim currently has a complete like pressure all over the lane. Right here, Kassadin is simply baiting Vayne to get closer, forcing Vayne to auto Kassadin. So Hecarim could walk in a secondary time and then try and gank it again, guys. This is very well played by both Kassadin and Hecarim, because Kassadin bait out extremely hard. You see the entire setup, guys. Even though he's playing a champion like Kassadin, a champion that can't do anything, especially against a Vayne early, he's constantly like trying to bait Vayne into one of the worst situations, and then using Hecarim and all of his other teammates to set up like a proper gank and killing Vayne early. This is a very smart way to play the lane, guys. If you're having a really hard matchup and you think that you can't win, try to mainly focus around, snowball in the game based around your teammates. At least in the pre-6. Now this guy, this Kassadin player specific, likes to buy the tier as the first item. Now this is obviously what most Kassadin players do. He'll eventually upgrade this into the same item like we always have. But the one thing that's really interesting about this Kassadin, that he's eventually going to get like a Frozen Heart, Randuin's Omen, and all the other stuff. I can't wait to see like the effectiveness of playing Kassadin like a tank. But yeah, so far he's put about 3 points into his E. No points into his Q or W, just having 1 point there, that's all. He's about to reach level 6 very soon. That's where the snowballing will begin. He's got about 2 kills right now. He's got a pretty huge lead in terms of XP. So once he makes it to level 6, it's going to be a piece of cake. Even right now, when he has a lead over Vayne, he's still setting up the lane for a gank, guys. You see that? He knows Kassadin is much stronger than Vayne, but even if he's ahead, he still allows the lane to be pushed in towards him and set up the lane for a gank. And this is all because Vayne is very easy to gank, guys. It's very, very easy for Hakrim to come in and just gank Vayne right away. This guy has a very specific playstyle, especially in counters like this one. Just keeps on playing extremely safe, allowing Vayne to do anything she wants, allowing her to have the pressure, and then eventually just baiting it all and then getting a kill like that. Now, of course, as a Kassadin player at level 6, you want to mainly focus around roaming through the map once you make it to level 6, because it allows you, like, your ultimate allows you to snowball. It allows you to chase very easily as well. Rather than staying in mid, this guy is just roaming down bot lane, gets a kill on Jinx so that she will lose all the farm. Now he gets back to base again. Look at this. He already has 3 kills right now, guys. He's constantly playing around his teammates. Remember that Kassadin is not even an early game champion. Like, Kassadin is meant to be strong mid late game. Now he can start playing really, really aggressive against Vayne. He's got such a massive lead right now from playing with his teammates before. Once he makes it to level 11 right now, the game is going to be over. But right now, every time Vayne gets close, he tries to farm, Kassadin can just walk in with ultimate and drop down an E. Look at the damage, guys. Kassadin knows very well that there's the enemy team nearby. He knows that Lily is right on his back. He knows, like, all the where the enemy team is. Rather than staying mid lane, guys, trying to, like, trade a Vayne, Kassadin, once again, roaming around the map, once again, getting a kill on top lane. So far, he's managed to kill mid lane multiple times. He managed to kill bot lane, and he managed to kill top lane. Pretty much winning every single lane. Simply by roaming, guys. Simply by setting up lanes for ganks and roaming as well. Look at the damage. Look at the damage, guys. Maxing E. You see what Kassadin is capable of. Now Hakrim is trying to be the nice guy. He wants to give the blue buff, but seems like Kassadin doesn't even care that much. He already has his first item completed at 10 minutes in the game, guys. He bought a Archangel Staff. Already 5 kills within 10 minutes in the game. Instead of staying mid lane, he pops the red trinket to see if there's any wards nearby, and then directly moves bot lane to see if he can get another catch. Gets 2 catches again, guys. This is exactly the kind of playstyle you want to have if you're playing something like Kassadin mid. Now, after maxing your E, you obviously want to max your W a second, like I've mentioned before. Getting the heralds being spawned up as well. That's going to be multiple platings for Kassadin too. About 160 golds. Look at that. He, instead of going back to mid, Kassadin is looking to see if he can get like another catch once again. Ooh, I think he's gonna get caught here. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at that Kassadin just walking over them. Oh, okay, he got caught. He did not expect to Lilia. Guys, Kassadin is playing out this game so clean right now. This is exactly how you want to play. This is why this Kassadin is such a clean player. He rarely makes a mistake during the game. And the most interesting thing about this Kassadin is that he's got the most strange build ever. Like, when is the chance to... Like, who plays Kassadin as a tank, guys? Let's be honest. Like, nobody plays Kassadin like a tank. This guy is just building a QSS at, like, 13 minutes. Once again, instead of staying mid lane, he's pressuring bot lane, trying to see if he can get more catches, forcing bot lane to stay out of the lane. Now, because of that, he's getting a dragon and having the pressure in bot lane as well. Ulting out of it. Kassadin, like, despite the team fight being pretty bad for him, he's not going in there. He's not interested. He doesn't want to even bother to try. He's just staying safe, doesn't risk anything, which is smart. He's currently worth about 200 gold. If he were to get caught right now, he would be giving away lots of gold. He just keeps on waiting out for the time that he can get catches all over again. He doesn't risk anything, guys. You like, if you play Kassadin, you don't want to play risky. You want to have a flawless playstyle. The less mistakes, the better. Now this is kind of risky though. Like, he doesn't really have that much vision. He's gonna have to use his ultimate. He's trying to bait out for Jax. It was a nice attempt though. It was a very, very nice attempt, but it didn't work. Okay. Let's see what his next item is going to be, guys. He's building like so tanky so far. Going back top lane. He sees a potential catch on Vayne. That's why he's going top. The dragon is currently down. It's not spawning anytime soon yet. So he's using this time to go top. See if he can maybe get a catch on Vayne. Even if he doesn't get anything, he still gets the pressure, which he can use to eventually start like the Herald, or maybe rotate towards mid, or anything like that. Now what piques my interest is that this guy is literally going back to base just specifically to buy the Ninja Tabis. He's going down bot lane again, doing the exact same thing like he did in top earlier, but now trying to see if he can get a catch in bot lane. Using the walls to see if he could go in. Being super tanky, guys, playing Kassadin like a tank, his damage is still way too high. He just takes down an Akali like it's nothing, guys. Even a Lily, look at this. Look at that massive shield as well. That Lily is currently about 9-0, but Kassadin is going to scale way better. Let's see if he gets to complete his item. So all that Kassadin has to do right now is to consistently keep on snowballing. Consistently keep on getting kills, getting like farm, rarely making any mistakes that puts himself into risky situations, and using all of this to apply pressure to eventually get dragons and objectives and everything else. With like Kassadin is so fed right now, as long as they keep on getting catches or keep on getting kills or anything like that, they can use that to rotate towards dragon and always take it as well. You see guys, Akali is farming, does not have anyone near her. So Kassadin can just like ult over walls, completely over the walls until she gets to Akali. Akali, there's just no way that she can escape anymore because Kassadin is too tanky right now. Way too tanky. There's absolutely no chance for her to fight Kassadin or even walk away. Now, because Kassadin killed Akali right there, the teammates were also able to take the dragon as well, completely leaving out in the open. Now he gets to split push everything else as well.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Mid lane is the teammates are pushing mid right now. Kassadin can just keep on cleaning these out. His farm is not the greatest. He has about 136 CS at 90 minutes in the game, but everything makes up for it because he's got like 11 kills right now. Has like 2 assists. As soon as he gets to complete his second item soon, he's going to be even more OP. But what really does pique my interest here on this Kassadin, he's getting the Quicksilver Sash. He's getting the Catalyst of Venience for better sustain. He also gets the Glacier Shroud for the 10% CDR, being a little bit more tanky. And he also gets the Negatron Cloak for the magic resist. So he gets like 4 components. It hasn't even completed a secondary item yet. He's only completed the tier so far. Which I think it's honestly very interesting. You don't see Kassadin that much doing this. Like, let alone just like playing tanky Kassadin, I guess. Once again, tries to look for a catch since he's like so ridiculously fed. Even when Thresh hits the hook and Jinx and everything else does hit their abilities, it's so hard when this guy can just ult over and over. Completely kiting out these guys, baiting out an entire fight so Jax could get in and take the kill on Akali. Cass, he's just going back in and back out. Oh, he actually got caught there. Okay, that's really unfortunate. Just walks down over the blue buff just so he can keep spamming his ultimate over and over. You see the kind of playstyle that Kassadin needs, guys. You want to be using your ultimate and you want to keep like going in and out. Whenever there's a team fight, you want to ult in, do your combo, go back out again, and wait for the times when the time's right to use your combos. You don't just want to like sit in front of the fight and then just, you know, keep smashing your abilities. You don't want that. You want to play smart when playing Kassadin because if you're playing tanky Kassadin, doesn't matter, I guess, but you still want to play like, you still want to like kind of like kite in, kite out. You just want to keep on sort of like kiting with your abilities. You're not the most tanky of the team, at least. Now what piques my interest here is that he's split pushing right now, not necessarily like groping around his teammates when the dragon is nearly spawning. This could mean that the enemy team could do the Baron right now because Kassadin was not there. He's looking to see if he can fight for the Baron. This should still be a win for Kassadin, though. But they did make a pretty huge mistake. gets an immediate catch. Instead of running away, he's just going back in there, does an insane amount of damage while playing a tanky version of this champion. He also has the Abyssal Mask right now, which provides, then again, like health, mana, magic resist, and CDR, guys, so he can use his ultimate even more. Once again, building another Glacial Shroud to become even more tanky. He can activate his ultimate so fast over and over again. He's not even level 16 yet, guys. Has the dragon. They have about 3 dragons right now. All that's left to do is pushing down this wave. Eventually, letting the entire team group up in itself and then forcing a fight. Like, Kassadin is so unbelievably strong right now. He can just jump through the fight without ever dying. He's about to get his next item right here. Let's see what he gets. Gets the Frozen Heart, guys. So he has the Seraph's Embrace. He has the Abyssal Mask. Has a Frozen Heart. He's got max CDR right now. While also having the Quicksilver Sash. And having a Ninja Tabi so that Vayne doesn't do any damage anymore. All that's left to do is just looking for a catch. He's just ulting through the entire jungle. Gets the plan so he can be back at full health. There was a fight in top which he couldn't participate in. All that's left to do now is just playing safe, waiting for the next dragon. As soon as they get the next dragon, the game is going to be a hard win. Meanwhile, the enemy team farming mid, Kassadin is going bot lane. Once again, catching this Akali who is overextending too much. She can't fight, but she also can't escape. She has no options here. Even if she backports, it's too late. There's another fight happening mid. Just ulting right to it. There he goes. The entire team gets to push mid lane right now. They can already get the turret, and they can also get the inhibitor right now. He's just like casually just farming out jungle camps while his team is taking down the turret as well as the inhib. I think if Kassadin group mid lane as well as with the entire team, I think they could have probably like pushed down all the way to the turrets of the base. But being able to like farm out all of this is just fine too. It allows Kassadin to once again get a bigger lead over them. Look at how fast he's taking down jungle camps. Playing with a tanky build. Now he gets to back to base, buy some more items. He's going to be even more tanky. The dragon will spawn in about 2 minutes. Once that spawns, the game is going to be over. Keep in mind he's also playing with barrier. So now that he's really tanky, they also have to get through the barrier as well. He's even buying the potion because he knows that the game is going to end very soon. There's going to be a massive fight for the upcoming dragon here. This is where the game is about to end soon. He's using a red trinket to see if there's any wards nearby. This is something I often recommend myself, guys. Especially if you're playing top or mid. Play with a red trinket because it allows you to see where wards are. Look at the cooldown of the ultimate. It looks like this guy is just playing Earth right now. The dragon is right here, except it's kind of unfortunate. It's really interesting though, seeing like how the team has still lost. It's unbelievable. I've never seen something like this before. He's just jumping all over the place. It looks like he's playing Earth with this build. This is strange to see. I haven't seen something like this yet. I've seen many players maining this champion, but I've never seen a build like this in action before. He's just casually chasing down the Thresh. The hooks doesn't mean anything. He's just QSSing through Jinx. This is insane. I guess nobody can tell me that this is not broken. His next item is a Randuin's Omen. So he gets the Serap's Embrace, gets an Abyssal Mask, Randuin's Omen, Frozen Heart, and a QSS with Ninja Tabis. Guys, this is how you play tanky Kassadin. Hopefully I've been able to teach you guys something here. If you guys do want to see like challenging gameplay from me, don't forget to check out my stream, guys. I'm streaming like 6 times a week myself, so don't forget to check that out, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today, and I will catch you guys up in the next one. Peace.